Hello everyone, ZEFilms here. So new blog came out. Can you pass Starfleet's ultimate test? Which means the Kobayashi Maru event is coming back. But with it comes the Tier 6 Starship coupon event as well. And I'm going to dive into this blog. I'm going to give you the TLDR version. I'm not going to be reading everything. We're going to be focusing on some of the things that have changed, because if you've played this game for a while, you kind of get the gist of how the Kobayashi Maru event works, and you'll already know how this coupon event works. So, last time the event was broken up into 3 parts. They don't allude to if this is going to be a 3-parter as well, but the Kobayashi Maru is going to be part 1. So players can earn 50 campaign progress. I'm going to call them tokens each day that you take part of the event. And you can also get additional ones after you've gotten the grand prize. Now here's where some of the things are changing. And this part I might read a little bit verbatim. So the following changes are being made based on the needs of the ever-evolving events system and based on how players engage with the previous iteration of the system. So there's going to be an entire tab in the Events UI, which is the new UI that was introduced with Awakening, and it's going to be dedicated to explaining and celebrating this ongoing activity as it spans multiple events that will come and go. So that part makes sense. We already saw it with the Alachi ship, so I makes sense that they'll be using it for these events. The amount of tokens that you need is going to be reduced. So the last time we did this, we needed 3,000. This time we need 2,100. There will be a buyout that you can get, which will be up to 700 event campaign progress. So that part leads me to think that there's going to be 3 parts again, just like the last event. Each event's buyout will only grant as much event campaign progress as is relative to the amount paid after prorated. So because you participated in 7 out of the 14 required days so far, you'll get 350. So kind of like the Alachi event, if I'm understanding things correctly, the buyout price, which I don't think they really say here. No, they don't really mention the buyout price, but let's say the buyout price is 1,000 Zen. I'm not saying that is the price, just nice round even number. And each event is 14 days long. If you do 7 days, then that Zen price changes to 500. So instead of getting 700 campaign tokens, you'll get 350, which is half of 700. And there will still be bonus campaign progress days, formerly called bonus coupon days, but they will be less frequent and less predictable. So I remember part 1, right off the bat, we had a bonus coupon weekend. Then I think we had one the week after and the week after that. So it looks like they're going to be changing that up, which kind of makes sense. They're lowering the requirements for the free ship coupon from 3,000 to 2,100, so you don't need it as much. So yeah, that part makes sense. And perhaps the most important change we'd like to announce: this version of the system will be coming to console in the near future with some differences. And they don't talk about what the differences are, but I'm sure we will find out soon, like they said. I know the last event Xbox and PS4 people could not participate in, and that the developers were still in talks of how to kind of make up for that. But they have not, as far as I know, have not announced a way that they will be making up for that just yet. So for the event, they've also made some changes. The minimum level of participation has been removed. I believe it used to be either level 10 or level 14. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I honestly can't remember. But all characters, and I'm guessing this is Federation that they're talking about, all characters must have completed their tutorial experience. So that would be Federation and KDF. Romulan and Jem'Hadar characters must have chosen a primary allegiance. That usually happens around level 9 or 10, depending on how much XP you get. TOS and Disco era characters must have traveled to the appropriate timeline. So if you start a TOS or Discovery character, you have to finish the beginning story arc after the tutorial before you could participate in the event. And then there will no longer be any timed or untimed events. The TLDR is you must complete Wave 6 in order to get your tokens for the day. Once the event is ended, the above version of the TFO will become disabled, and an infinite version of the Kobayashi Maru will become available in its place. The failing condition of having all players dead simultaneously or the Kobayashi Maru sustaining fatal damage has been removed for the event version of the map. So that's cool. So I remember... and these conditions will remain on the infinite. So that is actually a good change in my opinion, especially if you get into a queue with people who have never done the Kobayashi Maru, or you don't have somebody who's got a heavy healer. You won't have to kind of wait for cooldown and then start all over the event just to get your daily 50 points towards your ship coupon. Rewards. All players may complete the Kobayashi Maru in order to earn their daily progress once every 20 hours. And you get your 50 tokens towards the 100% off for the T6 ship coupon. But for this event specifically, at the end of the 14 days, or once you've done 14 days worth, you'll get Kobayashi Maru Transponders and account wide and unlock for reclaim 100,000 dilithium once only, and 3 featured TFO reward boxes once only. Each gives a choice of 1 specialization point or enhanced tech upgrade. Enhanced universal. Universal is the important part there. All right, so the Kobayashi Maru Transponder is pretty much like the you hail that freighter. I can't remember where you get that from. I think it's after the first mission for the Fed side. So when you activate this, it does 2 things. You can activate it in sector space, which does what I was just talking about. Gives you access to the bank, mail access, and more. But now it also has a added feature where you can summon it in battle. So when you activate it in a system, like during a patrol or a mission or whatever, the Kobayashi Maru will arrive to aid in whatever conflicts you might be facing by way of dropping resupply pods periodically that will provide combat boosts to you and other nearby players. The Kobayashi Maru will retreat if it becomes too damaged, so protect it in order to maximize the benefits you can receive from its presence. And this must be equipped in a device slot for use. It may not be activated while piloting a small craft. And then they talk about the featured TFO commendations, which are no longer in use. In an effort to maintain the value and investment attached to these legacy items, players that still have these, I actually still have, I think, 14, will be able to turn them in for a daily progress and event campaign progress. So the word progress is being used so much. Each upcoming eligible event, typically only featured in the featured TFO events, will have the option to apply legacy progress to the requirements present, allowing you to cash in your already earned and or already purchased progress tokens toward these new events as they become active. This must be done on a per character basis on each character of yours that has 1 or more of the old feature TFO accommodations. So these are the tokens that we used to earn in previous events. You could do a buyout, and I think in the buyout you got 10. And you only have to farm out like 4 more days worth in order to complete the event progress. But then if you kept going, you still got some. So I still have like 14 lined up in my inventory right now, as far as I know. And we were waiting to hear what you can do with this. And I think this is the first time I'm hearing something that we can actually put them towards. So that's actually pretty cool. I like that we can put it towards upcoming events. That's a good thing. And then the other thing is for those of you who had past featured TFO projects still slotted in the old event reputation UI, those projects will be auto-completed, granting you the rewards. This may not happen with the launch of the Kobayashi Maru event, but will happen very soon after. And yeah, so this event is coming October 17th and running until November 7th. The Kobayashi Maru feature TFO is currently scheduled to become accessible for players on Xbox One and PlayStation 4 later this year. So yeah, that's the quick dive into the blog. All right, and just to quickly show, so this is the mission journal that you can get by pressing J and the events tab. So on October 17th, we'll see the new Kobayashi Maru event and progress stuff showing up here. Over here, these are the tokens that they were talking about from the previous events that we'll be able to trade in towards the progress of new events going forward. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, let me know what ship you have your eye on now for the next coupon when you're finally finished. There's a few ships in here that I don't have that I've seen a lot of requests for a Elite class video. I don't have Sutherland. There's a bunch of Fed ships that I don't have, and even a lot more KDF and Romulan ships that I don't have. But that's mainly because I've never actually finished a Romulan or KDF character, sadly. I might even consider a Jem'Hadar. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't think I've done a Jem'Hadar fresh out of space stock video yet at all. That could be fun. But yeah, let me know what ship you have your eye on. I am looking for some new content to do outside of the visual review. Taking a couple of weeks break off of fresh out of space stock, just because weekends have been kind of busy. This past weekend was Thanksgiving, and next weekend I'm going to the States to do some shopping. And yeah, so I was thinking about maybe doing a Let's Play playthrough of either Federation, KDF, or Romulan all the way through. I've started them in the past and never really finished them, so I really want to try and commit to one. And if I can get maybe what I've been planning or thinking of in my head is maybe start a Fed character and play through with maybe some YouTubers or something like that. It could also be maybe there's another Star Trek game that you want me to check out, or another game in general. I'm taking any and all suggestions, and I will consider them. But as for the next video that you'll see, it'll be on this ship, the Andromeda class. I'm going to be doing a visual review. I've already done a fresh out of space stock on it, and never did a visual review on it. So this video will be out on Wednesday, providing nothing happens to my computer between now and then. But yeah, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope it was informative, and my mouth is going really dry. So I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.